Okay. I think I'm live. Yep, I'm very much live. Alright. Yep. What is up, you awesome kissers and CistReactZ guys? Today we are streaming Game Theory's Fnaf 7, the untold story of Sister Location. I guess Game Theory isn't done with Fnaf as he thought he was. Yeah. Let's just get into this. Bop.
No. No.
Okay.
No, God, no! No! No, God, no! No! No!
That's weird. Unless I just missed something. Alright, that's his intro. His intro. Okay, that was it. Okay, alright.
Screw it. Let's talk about this thing. By all that's unholy, Fnaf is somehow back. Someone got together their little summoning circle of
he
fun
doesn't sound happy.
and recycled Chuck E. Cheese pizza and awakened the sleeping behemoth that is Scott Cawthon, and now here we are with a new trailer for Fnaf 7 and me in children's pajamas.
This man is in a...
Internet. Also, can we just agree that this is creepy,
Why?
right? Not
I
me
didn't realize that.
wearing
Why is he wearing that, though?
Certainly, though, come to think of it, that is really weird. No, the fact that I'm in
think
a
about it,
90
why?
that is dedicated to an animatronic that gets dead children stuffed into him. God, man. Merch in 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah, indie games. Now, at the end of last summer, Fnaf was basically done. The book series had concluded,
Doesn't sound
Fnaf 6 had burned the series to
enthusiastic.
the ground, and Ultimate Custom Night ended the story by trapping William Afton in eternal torment. All that was really left was the movie. Just like Jeremy laid to rest on a nearby hillside, it was time for the series to finally rest.
For real.
But then, back in November, Scott hopped onto Steam to give all us Fredheads an update. And
Fredheads?
suddenly, the movie was the least certain thing of the group. A VR game? An AR game? More books? A third new game called Into Madness? Clearly, Scott intended me to be the protagonist of that one, since that's exactly where I'm headed to with so much
More
new
books? I
Fnaf
forgot about
our
the book
way.
part.
Even a AAA game, where apparently instead of stuffing children into animatronics, they start getting stuffed into loot boxes. Fast
So am
forward
I.
4 months to today, and here we are with the first new Scott Cawthon teaser in nearly a year.
I wonder what he has to say about the art.
A teaser for one of the items on this massive
VR
list
game.
of animatronic horror sent to taunt me. But which one is it, and what it means for this new
It's
era
VR
of
game.
FNAFing is exactly what we're exploring today. So, let's get analyzing. First, let's just assess what we're seeing here, shall we? Clearly, you have 5 animatronics that are all melted together.
Yeah, there's
which
like,
would be
in
interesting
the teaser,
enough
there
on
was like
its
these
own,
letters
but
in the
making
back.
it even
So I
more
wonder what he's gonna
compelling is
say.
the fact that they all span the history of the franchise. You have Freddy, Foxy, and Bonnie, all in their FNAF 1 forms, but then you
Springtrap.
also have the pre-mangle form
Funtime
of
Foxy?
Funtime Foxy from Sister Location, and also pre-trapped Springtrap
Pre-trap
from,
Springtrap?
well, a lot of different cutscenes throughout the series, but most notably from the Fruity Maze minigame
Oh, man.
in FNAF 6.
Oh,
you
man.
can actually tell this based on the general shape of the nose, as well as the lack of decay and aging.
Can we just talk about how hard that game was, though? Just to get that one stupid little lore picture with Springtrap in the back of the girl. Like, the Fruity Maze, that was so hard when the Fredbear Simulator came out.
that you normally see post-Springlock failure.
There's like a couple of
But
videos
since
of
this is
me
a Scott
playing it and
Cawthon
losing my
teaser,
mind
you know
on
that there's gonna
stream.
be more here than just a cool image. If you throw this thing into Photoshop and start brightening it up, step 1 in
What I
any
try to
FNAF
do.
teaser analysis, you're gonna see the background has lines. Lines with some oddly inconsistent spacing. And of course, you have text.
He
The
actually looked
quote
at
is
the
from
lines.
Fazbear Entertainment in the upper
I
right
didn't
hand
look at
corner,
that.
saying that everything is working as intended, but also a not quite so hidden bunch of text right here in the middle of the image that you really gotta squint to truly read.
Yeah.
Don't listen to them, blank, let something inside. It was remember Jeremy. Jeremy That's the guy from the gravestone, the night guard who has his name on the paycheck from Fnaf 2.
He actually got all that? I didn't.
7 victim. Ladies and gentlemen, sound the alarms. We are talking about the Loeb lad himself, which means that there's only one option here. We are in the same continuity. Cue the party horns and cheerful children sound effects. I know we were all eager to throw out our textbooks at the end of last semester, guys, but it's time to break out Fnaf lore for dummies one final time. Whoopity-doo!
Oh.
Who's excited? This guy.
This man just pulled out a whole
Now,
dictionary
Radio
for FNAF.
Energy
Holy
over the
crap.
last couple months has taught me a lot of things, specifically better ways to hide and code messages.
By the way, if the stream lags, folks, I'm recording it, so I'm going to be posting this recorded version as well, so you guys can see a version without lag.
One particularly effective but simple way to do it is by opening image files as text files. So if we open this image file in Notepad, we actually get our answer to that first missing word. Don't listen to them. We let something inside. It was an accident.
Oh, he's decoding this.
All of that evidence compiled, let's start analyzing before we start digging deeper. Because there's a lot deeper to go, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
Scratching the surface.
My
Now,
bad.
the phrase "remember Jeremy" actually tells us a lot of things here. First, it tells us
For
both
the
the
survival
speaker
logbook?
of that line and the person it's directed to know who Jeremy is. Secondly, it tells us that the events of this game are happening in the aftermath of his death, which at this point is commonly accepted to be the result of the bite of 87. So from a timeline perspective, it looks like this quote is coming after 1987, meaning that we're after the string of murders in the FNAF 2 location.
Oh,
and
dang.
around the time of Michael Afton's revisit to the FNAF 1 building and his discovery of sister locations. Location. In fact, knowing where in the timeline this quote must fall and seeing those lines in the background of the teaser, my mind immediately jumps to prison bars.
Oh.
That seems like it might be a stretch. Clearly, these are just
we're the prison and they're the wardens.
Yes, that's probably
We're in the prison
what
and
they are.
the robots are wardens.
Inconsistent spacing
Can't talk today,
still
apparently.
felt weird to me, and it resembled the narrow strip of horizontal bars that many prison doors have. Now think back, way back,
Prison
when
doors.
this story first started. Back to the secret newspapers from FNAF 1. The things that first told us that there was a deeper story to begin with. Quote, video surveillance identified the man responsible and led to his capture the following morning.
Dang, the editing, though.
And on the follow-up story, headline, 5 children now missing, suspect convicted. While the suspect has been charged, the bodies themselves were never found.
Dang.
So if these
Forgot about
newspaper
those.
clippings are still considered
old.
canon, this former employee was convicted, meaning that they found him guilty, and as a result, most likely he went to prison for his crime. And we can be fairly confident that this isn't Afton, since his only comeuppance seems to have been the springlock failure and the eventual eternal torment in HE double toothpicks, meaning that there is still a potential story to be told of someone there who's trapped in prison, wrongfully accused, haunted by the nightmarish amalgamation of animatronics that got him thrown into the slammer. At least, that's my wish.
Wait a minute, is he in?
Potential plotline for one of these stories. Is it the story that we're getting in this game? Probably not. But a boy in Freddy pajamas can dream, can't he? Let's go back to the text.
Just threw me off my idea.
Don't trust them.
He just threw me off my idea with the freaking Freddy costume, bro. Tired of you,
Or it could
MATPAT.
be referring to the members of Fazbear Entertainment.
Don't
that
listen
quote
to
in
them.
the upper corner saying that everything is working as intended.
Yeah, I'd believe
now,
that.
As established
Fazbear
by
Entertainment is
Ultimate
very
Custom
shady.
Night, the only haunted characters who still possess rational thought are Baby and the puppets.
The others are like animals, but I am very aware.
Which eliminates everyone that we currently see on screen here,
dang.
thereby making it doubtful that the
So
them
creepy.
in this quote is referring to the animatronics. Instead, this seems to be 2 employees of Fazbear Entertainment talking to each other, basically confirming not to trust what the bosses are saying.
Oh, they wouldn't
All
trust
the
the
other
boss?
lines here, we let something in, it was an accident, remember Jeremy, seem like those same co-workers realizing that something is wrong and that it relates to a mistake that they made. A mistake that's ultimately related to Jeremy's death, and now they're both worried about their own survival. Remember Jeremy seems to me to read more like, hey, remember that guy? We don't want to end up like him. So now, looking back at
Yeah!
what are some of the mistakes where something
All I can say
deadly
is
has
yeah
been
right now.
let in? Well, you got Springtrap being led into Fazbear Fright in FNAF 3. You have basically the entirety of FNAF 6's
FNAF 4 and the
salvage
Nightmare
minigames,
robots.
and Ennard from Sister Location.
Ugh.
Ennard, who, funny enough, during the false ending to that game, repeatedly begs you to let him in.
Oh yeah, what with his sister's voice? Like if you get later into the night, yeah. Ennard's like a douche,
And where in
man.
the series do we have two co-workers who wind up dead because they let something inside?
FNAF 2?
Sister Location
What?
again. Now,
Think about
it's
FNAF
a scene
2.
that's really easy to forget, but night 5 of Sister Location actually starts with Michael Afton crawling through the vents.
Yeah, and then the two
suddenly
dudes
coming
are
across
hanged.
the hanged
Yeah.
bodies of two
I remember
former
that.
technicians,
It's so old.
co-workers, done in by the newly escaped pieces of Ennard. So we have something where the
That was like
placement in the
real creepy
timeline
for a
makes
FNAF
sense.
game too.
The relationship
Well,
of the
not really that
characters
creepy for
to
a FNAF
Jeremy
game.
as co-workers.
If anything,
makes
those hanging
sense.
guys were lucky.
Their skepticism of Fazbear Entertainment definitely makes sense. And you know what? That's not all. Their role specifically as technicians also makes sense with everything that we're learning about this new game. You see, Scott wasn't
Yeah,
content to
technicians
just
have to
give
go
us
through all
one
that
teaser.
blood and mucus.
No, he gave us 8 separate images
Oh, yeah,
teasing
yeah.
this new game, apparently to make up for lost time.
All those 8.
Thanks, buddy.
Those
I mean,
other
sure,
great
we
teasers,
have
I missed
analyzed
all
the
of
imagery
those,
and
but
text
I've
of
seen
this
those in
one
later
image, but if you
earlier
check
days.
the source code of
Oh,
Scott's
later
website,
days.
which
I can't talk.
at this point is FNAF Research Step 2, right after
Yeah.
brightening up the images, you'll notice
Yeah, learn
odd
that step.
strings of
I mean the
text,
source
all with
code.
this tag, content equals. Well, if you take those strings of letters and plug them into the URL bar, it reveals a trove of new findings.
So
The
that's
first
how
and
people
most
did it.
important of
Thank
them
you,
is
MATPAT.
playing
You just taught me
as a
something.
technician. Here, in this image, we can actually see Freddy's body opened up, ready to be worked on, which perfectly coincides
seen
with what
this.
Scott teased when he initially mentioned the possibility of this new VR game. Quote, if you liked repairing Funtime Freddy up close in Sister
No, I
Location,
didn't.
just wait until you try to do something like that in VR, up close and personal, with these huge animatronics that are just one mistake away from jumping at you.
So you make
Another
one
of these
mistake
images, the one of
with, like,
Bonnie
fixing
without
the robot and
eye,
you're just
also is
dead.
teasing at this idea of no longer being a guard, but rather an animatronic tech having to repair all of these robots.
we
So
gonna
could
die with
the
jump
main
scares.
story of this new FNAF game actually be the story of these two hapless technicians who end their lives in an underground robotics bunker? If the quote on this teaser is to be believed, the answer seems to be a solid yes. If it is, it even relates back to the title of the game. You see, going back to look at the source code yet again,
Help
you
wanted.
see that the original teaser image is listed as HW.
Help wanted.
JPEG.
Oh,
Back in
man.
February, my buddy Dawko tweeted out that a new FNAF game had gotten leaked on the ESRB ratings website. The ESRB, man, get your act together. First you leak the Super Smash Bros. 4 roster, and now you're leaking the new FNAF game? It is time to stop. It's time to stop,
actually just
okay?
did this.
And yes, this
It's
is someone
time to
else's meme, but I
stop.
thought it was appropriate for the situation. Plus, I'm in pajamas, thought it would be funny.
Yeah.
There it is.
Hilarious.
Filthy Frank, we miss you.
For
But in
real.
all seriousness, this game's title
Where'd you go?
is Five Nights at Freddy's VR Help Wanted. HW.
Did he turn into, like, a music
just
artist,
like the
not
name
a
of the
comedian
teaser
anymore?
image. The description for this leaked game even confirms that you will be playing as a technician. Quote, once again, players assume the role of a repair person tasked with monitoring and repairing animatronic characters at a
what if we're, like,
pizzeria.
one of those
From a
guys that hung
first-person perspective,
themselves?
players
This would be,
explore
like, the
dark
first time we've
hallways,
seen one of the
complete
workers
puzzles, and
dead.
try to avoid menacing,
Maybe we play
malfunctioning
some.
animatronic figures. The game contains frequent screams and jump scares with the words, "You are dead," appearing on screen after players are attacked.
Oh, that's great.
And what happens when you lose 2 technicians to sudden animatronic-related fatalities?
Oh, you know, you just need
Time
more
to
help.
Find some more.
Yeah.
Throw up the sign.
Oh, yeah.
Help wanted.
With the-
So we have ourselves a VR
With
game
it bit off,
starring
too.
a technician
I like
who's
it.
repairing animatronics, slowly coming to realize that they've made a terrible career decision. Or do we? Looking across all the other teaser images, it feels like this whole game may actually be disconnected. We see scenes from
Disconnected.
all the various settings we visited in this franchise. The tile floor behind that old model of Bonnie suggests that it's the FNAF 1 location. This
Yeah.
shot of Springtrap looming in the background tells us that we're going to be visiting Fazbear Fright. The appearance of Funtime
Yeah, we're just jumping
Foxy
around
in
the
the
timeline. I
teaser
can see that.
suggests that we'll be visiting Sister Location for some challenges.
And FNAF 4.
We're even going to be invading the crying child's bedroom from FNAF 4 based on this shot of
That's the
Baby.
one I'm
We're Notice the
least,
iconic
I mean, most
closets
afraid
from
of.
that game, as well as the bedspread design.
Bro, just think about it though. Like you're just like you're building like. Well, actually, I don't really know what you're gonna be building in the FNAF 4 one. But think about it. Like we'll just say like the kid's toy phone or something. Like you're just building the kid's toy phone, and then you're sitting in the closet because the kid knows they're out there. So just like. All you just see is like babies sometimes trying to kill you, nightmare animatronics coming closer, you hear them, man, I can't deal with this. Can't deal with this VR game, bro.
Background.
I have a heart attack.
Is this game just gonna
I
be
can't
a
even
bunch
get
of
into it.
vignettes? A compilation of the series' greatest scares, only now they're in VR? I don't think so. I do think that this game can and will tell its own unique story that builds out the lore of this franchise, and one of these teaser images solidifies that for me. True to form,
Let me guess, the
Scott
FNAF 4 one?
hit his biggest reveal the deepest. You see, going on to Scott Games one final time, and it's a lot of times to visit Scott Games just for one
Yeah,
teaser
try visiting
image,
it every day.
something seems a
think
little
Scott's gonna
off
pull a fast
if you're
one.
paying close enough attention. You see, the meta label for the website is
meta label?
actually misspelled with a
Oh, yeah.
0 in between the two T's. And if you go through the source code with a really fine-tooth comb and a really keen eye, you'll actually notice a couple more typos. An R in content, a big old G in block quote, and an N in the word text. 0RG.
Morgan?
Type those letters
Nah,
into the
nah.
URL bar and you get this. Now, clearly it's been obscured very heavily, but if you blur it and affect the contrast a little bit, change some of the levels,
Have I seen
you
that one
actually get
yet?
something that looks more like this. Something that doesn't just look like an animatronic, but
I think I've seen that one already, but I don't know.
animatronic in particular.
Yeah, I think I did.
Notice the half-closed eye.
It's Ennard.
It's Ennard's signature appearance. Half-closed eye, horizontal tube-like lips.
Oh, we let him in!
Skeleton.
Oh God, it's coming to me!
Let in. So, there you have it. We have ourselves
We let
a new
them
VR
in.
game telling us the story of two technicians who made a fatal career decision based on the fact that the game already has a rating. I'm assuming that we're gonna probably see this one coming out pretty soon. It's weird, actually, to think about a FNAF game coming out on something like PlayStation 4, the PlayStation VR. I'm excited to see it. Will I be right in my predictions?
Hopefully it has a
Well,
sitting feature, 'cause
we're just
I am
gonna
not
have to
gonna
wait
be
and
moving
see.
around in a
And by
big room.
wait, I mean it's probably out already now. As soon as I hit publish, it probably came out because, you know, that's
The
how
game's
Scott
actually
goes,
been
right? Is it out?
No,
Is it out yet?
hopefully not.
How about now?
No.
Right now. It's there. Nothing?
Just thank God it's not out.
All right, screw it.
We have a couple
I'm gonna
months
go
to
get on
breathe.
these pajamas. But hey,
That's
did you notice
just a...
the new theory?
No! You're not doing this to me. That's just a theory, a game theory, right? No more? Yeah, he's just advertising stuff at the end. Alright, so yeah. That was Game Theory FNAF 7, the story Untold of CistReactZ. He posed a lot of good ideas for this one, like this time we'll be able to see the technician's point of view with this. Yeah, it's just it's just made me more hyped for the VR game and more curious about it. So yeah, guys, if you guys like this reaction video, you guys hit the like button, combo, subscribe from Kister today. I'm gonna be posting the unlagged version of this after this stream comes out, so you guys can see a better viewing of this stream. I'm sorry that it lagged a couple of times. Like, I don't understand why it is lagging at all. But yeah, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit the notification bell. Hit receive all so you can watch me play this game once it comes out and be notified of it. Peace out, folks.